All right, we are back in the 2023 Mazda CX-50, and we are about to go out and do the off-road test. So we're going to be doing some higher speed off-roading, some rock crawling, some inclines, see how capable the CX-50 is off the beaten path. We have 8.6 inches of ground clearance. We are in the top trim Premium Plus with a 2.5 liter turbocharged engine. We have 20-inch wheels on this 2.5 turbo. And there is a Meridian off-road focused edition coming out later this year. But as it sits, this is kind of the more luxurious premium CX-50. We've done a full review on this, give you guys some first impressions on it. We'll talk a little bit more about that in this video, but for the most part, this is going to be a test to see how it does off-road. Does this really deliver as the rugged, luxurious off-roader that Mazda has promised? I think it's going to do a pretty good job. We have a few different drive modes: sport, normal, and off-road. And of course, we're going to be putting this in off-road mode. Mazda says that this off-road mode is kind of one mode to do it all for off-road driving. And it's really interesting how they've calibrated it. It kind of senses the conditions that you're driving in based on your incline level, your vehicle speed, your steering inputs, and adjusts the traction control, the all-wheel drive system, the G-vectoring control accordingly. We'll start off with some higher speed driving, and then we'll get into some more technical off-road rock crawling situations with probably some off camber where we've got some wheel spin and ruts. And you can really see what this Mazda CX-50 can do in off-road environments. The goal with this off-road mode is stability and consistency, especially with this higher speed environment. Ride is nice on 2-track. So in off-road mode, the car is sensing that we're driving at a higher speed. It's going to adjust the G-vectoring control on the all-wheel drive system so that we're not getting lift-off oversteer around corners, so that we're creating a nice consistent arc in turns, handling that bump pretty well. Feels very stable, very confidence inspiring. Again, this is a relatively loose surface, so that's nice. We're getting this nice and dirty today. I haven't really been able to upset the ride in the CX-50 yet today. It is very smooth over a variety of terrains. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. Let's even give it a little bit of a challenge here. Stop on this uphill section and accelerate. Nice. At low speeds, in situations like that, the traction control is going to work to minimize any wheel slip. Because if you're stopped on a hill and you're starting off, you're going to dig into the ruts. We are at stock placard tire pressures. Test loop here. ABS feels pretty good too for some slippery dirt. We do have a few different camera views that we can utilize for off-road driving. All you do is press the view button over here to the left. You get a forward-facing camera with some sight lines for where your tires are pointed, a 360 cam. You press it again for an alternate view, a really super wide view of the front end. or you can see your side mirror cameras. See how close you are getting to obstacles. Nice high-res displays, definitely an improvement from what Mazda used to be doing with their cameras. Looks fun.
Yes, so this is our slow speed articulation course, and it's kind of steep hill climb. So
Okay.
some slippery dirt in it. So again, this is to help you understand how we transfer power and how we handle diagonal twists like that. You saw that the car started to slip.
Yep.
And then it transferred the torque to the wheels that had the traction on the ground.
Locking up that spinning wheel in the rut. Yes.
Exactly.
Nice.
Just like how Dave is saying.
Yep.
So, it's really about the type of control that you have, and as you apply the throttle, you're always recognizing how the car is moving.
Okay.
Right. So the idea is that you're always kind of moving forward, that you're not hearing all these flare-ups in the throttle and boom, 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 things are happening, and it should just be this really kind of non-eventful thing.
Sure.
It will be nice because you're following these guys, so you can see what's happening, and then actually, feeling it for yourself. So you'll get to see the cars articulating and doing things.
Awesome.
So having said that, there is a button down there that says view.
Got it. We're
You
ready.
already pulled it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that comes on at 10. We'll stay on for 10 miles per hour.
Nice. Okay.
So we're basically calling this a 10 mile per hour course. There are some sections where maybe you want to hit the hill a little faster or go slower.
Sure.
You're more than welcome to, but it will turn off. And so again, to see
Just
the steep
reset it.
stuff, hit it back on.
Got it.
Okay, great.
All right, here we go. We're in off-road mode. We've got our camera turned on. That will disable at 10 miles per hour, so it's kind of a 10 mile per hour off-road camera. We've got some ruts here, which will show us how aggressively we're going to lock up the tires going uphill. And we've got a really nice articulation situation right here. So if you just stay into the throttle, oh, that's beautiful. Nice, easy. In off-road mode, our idle speed is increased to 1200 RPM, which is very helpful in getting us off the line on steep hills and inclines. Very cool to just have one off-road mode that can adapt to your conditions. All right, aim in between the tree and the shrub using my off-road camera. Light pedal pressure on the brakes. Ooh, yeah, nice and steep. Full ABS down the hill. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oops, we've got a system malfunction here. Let's go back into off-road mode. There we go. Too much ABS. Got a little excited. Boy, the uphill was really impressive. This has got to be one of the better traction control systems for a crossover with off-road capability that I've seen. I think I would definitely improve upon the CX-50 with some smaller wheels and thicker sidewalls. But on 20-inch wheels, the fact that it can get through all this as well as it does is a testament to its capability. Another articulation situation here. Yeah, there's just enough ground clearance that I feel pretty confident off-road that I'm not going to bash a bumper or scrape. 8.6 inches is a pretty good do-everything amount of ground clearance, and you need more than that, you're probably going to be needing a more serious off-road vehicle like a 4Runner or a Jeep. Let's enable our camera view again. There we go. This is super useful. An off-camber situation here, handling it nicely. Do have some suspension clunks and noises over some of these harder bumps, but really that's the first time that we've found some noise out of this chassis. Got a few more ruts here up this hill. Anytime it recognizes slip from those tires, it locks up those wheels and gives us a nice amount of traction coming out of that ascent. Some more rough sections through here. Cool little off-road course. nice dip here. Let's see how the approach angle handles it. Nice, no scraping. This looks very slippery. A little bit of sand and gravel. Awesome. Let's try coming to a stop and seeing how it takes off. So we're idling, 1200 RPM, slightly higher idle in off-road mode, and we're gonna take off. Nice, look at that. No wheel spin, no slip. Pretty impressive. Keeping it between the flags. Some good scenery for a video. It is fun coming out on these press launches. It's great when manufacturers are able to put a vehicle through such a wide variety of tests and give you the opportunity to kind of test it in all scenarios. I mean, today we've been through heavy traffic to really tight. We've been through some really excellent back roads, and then to be able to take this off-road through some pretty decent 2-track makes this a good day of driving in the CX-50. Pretty wide breadth of capability from this crossover. I am excited for the Meridian edition to come out later this year. That'll make for the 10th trim level on the CX-50. Right now there are 9 trim levels to start. Fun. I think we're going to go back on this test loop and take a few photos and wrap up this video. Check out what the CX-50 looks like with an overland camper attached to it. Alright guys, well there's your off-road test in the Mazda CX-50. Pretty impressed with the capability of this car overall. I think they've done a really nice job tuning the systems between G-vectoring control and the all-wheel drive system and the traction control. It all kind of works in the background, and it's been a very natural and predictable experience behind the wheel in pretty much every scenario we've been able to throw out the CX-50. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed these series of videos. If you haven't already, check out the full review, and we also have a towing test with this car. But until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Got it nice and dusty for you guys too. This is the Escape Pod Turbo 2. Weighs about 1,500 pounds. Nice off-road trailer. Got some more trailer space in there for gear. On the inside, you've got a sleeping compartment. Looks like it's locked, but give you guys a little sneak peek in there. Cool table. Grill on the back, with room for a Yeti cooler, sink, all the amenities. And you've got another roof rack up there to put a rooftop tent. Wheelbase, and this is the Meridian edition. That's coming out later this year. We have two 2560R18 Falcon Wild Peaks. Looks like these are the Falcon Wild Peak AT Trails, not the AT3Ws. No skid plates, but still 8.6 inches of ground clearance. The other goodies from a premium level CX-50.